Hello all, this is Amla from Gallant IAS. Today we will be discussing a few questions from the previous test series, that is test number 17, current affairs test. So let's go through a few selected questions and let's try to solve those. First I am picking 52nd question. Consider the following statements. Strategic sale implies a sort of privatization as it involves the transfer of the ownership and control of a public sector entity. Second statement, Air India Limited was initially Tata Airlines. So which of the statements given above is or are correct? I hope when you look at the first statement, it is comparatively or relatively easier. I guess almost all knows about strategic sale. So what is strategic sale? As you know, strategic sale is really different from simple disinvestment. Strategic sale, as you know, involves a transfer of substantial number of shares, or it is the selling of substantial government shareholding in central public sector companies. So it can be around 50% of the government shareholding, or it can be higher than that. So that statement which says that it is a sort of privatization, we can say it is correct, as because of this transfer of such huge number of shares or shareholding, there is the transfer of ownership as well as the control, because it involves the transfer of that management or control. Okay, so that statement is correct. Second statement, as you know that this is a statement that is mostly related with Air India Limited disinvestment or strategic sale that was initiated by government. Okay, for the past few years Air India Limited, its sales was there, and finally you know about the news, right? So if you know a little history about Air India Limited, you may know that first of all Air India Limited was Tata Airlines. Yes, it was Tata Airlines, as started by Tata Group. It was started in 1932, and by 1946 it became a public company. So after independence or post independence, government actually bought a 49% stake. Then after a few years this Air India Limited got nationalized. Okay, so prior to post independence, this Tata Airlines was nationalized, and that's how it became Air India Limited. Now again, as you follow the news, you may know that Tata Group has again bid for it. Okay, so what is the answer? Both the statements are correct, so the answer is C. Let's move to second question. So I am moving to 53rd question. With reference to All India Quarterly Establishment Based Employment Survey, which of the following statements is or are correct? Three statements. It is designed to be an establishment based employment survey that would provide estimates for the supply side conditions of the labor market. Please pay keen attention to the keywords. It updates the employment and related variables of establishments in only the organized sector of 9 selected sectors. Third statement, quarterly employment survey. Under it would provide the employment estimates for the establishments employing 10 or more workers. So I hope you know about All India Quarterly Establishment Based Employment Survey, or even if you just see these terms, I hope this tells you what it is. Yeah, from the name or term itself we understand it's an survey, or it provides employment data on quarterly basis. That is also from all the establishments. Okay, the first statement, if you look into the first statement, you would understand, see what it is concentrating. First statement, the keyword supply side. So, it is saying that it would provide estimates for the supply side conditions. So, you have to question yourself, is it about supply side conditions? No, actually it is about demand side conditions of the labor market. The survey is providing the estimates. Okay. So, that is wrong. The second statement, it updates the employment and related variables, which it is saying that in only the organized sector of 9 selected sectors. So, there are two things which we need to question ourselves, that is about whether it is only in the organized sector and it is whether it is for only 9 selected sectors. So, if you know about this survey well, then you would be efficient enough to, or you would have that clarity to say that the statement is wrong, because this is an survey that takes the variables, employment variables from establishments of both the organized and unorganized sector of 9 selected sectors. Okay, 9 selected sectors like that of construction, manufacturing, trade, accommodation, health, education, etc. Okay. So, that manner second statement is wrong. Third statement, quarterly employment survey. Under it provide the employment estimates for the establishments employing 10 or more workers. Yes, it is correct. If you know, under this survey, actually there are two kinds of survey, that is under All India quarterly establishment based employment survey, two surveys are there, that is quarterly employment survey and area frame establishment survey. So, the first one, quarterly employment survey, is trying to provide employment estimates for the establishments that are having employees more than 10 or more workers, okay, employing 10 or more workers. Whereas the other one, area frame establishment survey, it is about establishments employing fewer than 10 employees or less than 10 employees. Okay. So, that is the area which UPSC can confuse you about, as there are two surveys under it. You have to be very clear about the two survey, its distinction. Then I think one other point outside this, you also have to look into who is publishing this, okay, and when onwards it is started, okay. So, let us move on to the next question. I hope, okay, again I am repeating, the answer for the last question was 3 only, that was answer C. Moving to next question, for the Geographic Information System or GIS Energy Map of India, which of the following are its benefits? First one, geospatial planning of resource. Second one, helps in making investment decisions. Third one, aid in disaster management. For answering this, I hope you must know a little about Geographic Information System Energy Map of India. So, what is Geographic Information System Energy Map of India? Yes, this one actually, this is, this has been come by Nidhi Aayog. Okay, Nidhi Aayog in collaboration with ISRO has developed this comprehensive GIS energy map of India, also with the support of energy ministries of Government of India. Okay. So, this GIS or Geographic Information System energy map is trying to provide a holistic view or holistic picture of all energy resources of our country. That will actually gives us a visualization about all different energy installations, different types of energy in different areas of our country. it is also trying to provide these through 27 thematic layers, okay, so that we can get a clear idea about the energy resource distribution and how it is. So that is basically what is GIS. So what will be its use? The first statement says that it helps in geospatial planning of resource. Yes, surely it is one of the uses of that. Then, so when we say that it helps in geospatial resource planning, it implies that it can also help in environmental as well as, you know, conservation, resource and environmental conservation can take place with the help of it, and also it can help the states for, you know, interstate coordination, especially for infrastructure planning that is related with this energy, like that of energy and road transport, highways. So in a way it is also helping the states for coordination, interstate coordination for this infrastructure planning related with energy. Then as it is giving this geographic information, it can also assist in disaster management because of its importance in infrastructure, its information relating with that. We can say yes, very clearly it can help in making investment decisions. So I think if you take the three statements given there, the first one may be, you know, very obvious. That is correct. The first one, geospatial planning of resource. Second one, third one that also may be clear for you because it's related with disaster management, aid in disaster management, because it is a map showing the energy or resource locations, right. So, but I think the second one may be little more confusing for you, or you may not be clear of it if you haven't gone through the information related with this scheme. Okay, so again I am reminding you, Nidhi Aayog has come up with this in collaboration with ISRO with the support of other energy ministries of our government. Now let us move on to next question. Okay, again I am repeating, the earlier answer was D, 1, 2 and 3, all three statements were correct. Next question, with reference to the Krishi Udan 2.0, consider the following statements. The scheme proposes to facilitate and incentivize the movement of agri-produce by rail transportation. Next statement, it primarily focuses on transporting perishable food products from the hilly areas, northeastern states and tribal areas. So you have to find which of them is or are correct. The first one, if you heard about Krishi Udan 2.0, I think one of the major aspect of it is that, see, it is giving importance to air transportation. So if you know that feature, Krishi Udan is related with air transportation of agri-produce, then from there itself we can eliminate the first statement. The second statement, when you know that it is related with or it focuses on air transportation of agri-produce, you can imply from that, yeah, where air transportation is more required, it is mostly for hilly regions like that of northeastern states and also for perishable food products. So if you know the major feature of this scheme, from that itself we can try to eliminate or we can pick up the correct one from these statements. So the answer is 2 only, that is B. Next question, with reference to Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship Program, consider the following statements. It is a 2-year fellowship program to boost skill development at the district level. Okay, it's saying that it is at district level. Second statement, eligible fellows for the program have to be in 21 to 30 years age group. So, if we scrutinize these two statements, which of these are key terms or which terms you would be thinking for whether it is correct or when you are analyzing whether it is correct or wrong. I think the first one, 2-year fellowship program, okay, 2-year fellowship program, the 2-year, I think that may not be a problem for you, to boost skill development at the district level. Okay, so you have to know what is the aim of it. So, if you know skill development is the aim, then you have to know particularly where exactly. So, it is saying that it is at district level. Then second statement, the eligible fellows, I think your if you do not know about this program, then your confusion would be related with the age group, whether it is 21 to 30, whether it is correctly given or whether it is incorrect information. So, I think the second statement is related factual information. You will have to know what is the data for that, only then you can make it correct. The first statement, obviously the aim of this fellowship is to boost skill development at the district level. Yes, it is a 2-year fellowship program. So, first one is correct, and this MGNF comes under Sankalp. Okay. So, this is aiming to provide professionals at district level who are capable of governance and public policies, who are able to do that along with their knowledge in vocational education. Okay, other than this information, I would say this program is also providing focus on practical side. So, on ground practical experience is given a prime focus along with district administration. So, district administration along with on ground practical experience. So, from that we can obviously say that it is trying to provide professionals at district level who know about governance as well as public policy in general along with the vocational education. Okay. Let us move to the next question. So, what was the answer? The answer was both statements were correct. So, it is C. Now, 57th question with reference to mastitis. Consider the following statements. So, first statement, mastitis is caused by microorganisms ranging from virus, mycoplasma, fungus and bacteria. It is a common infectious diseases which affects poultry. So, which of these are correct? So, mastitis, it was a newspaper because it is a common infectious disease. Yes, it is a common infectious disease, but you have to know where it is affecting or which population it is affecting. Actually, it is a common infectious disease that can majorly affect agricultural productivity and income of farmers, because you know it can affect the milk quality and quantity. It will lead to fall in milk quality and quantity. That means it is affecting the bovine species, or it is mostly related with the cattle. Okay. So, it is a disease most common in dairy. So, you can understand this disease as a fatal mammary gland infection. Okay. And this is most common in dairy cattle. Worldwide, this was spread, or this is a disease that can be found worldwide. Okay, so the first statement, that is correct. It is caused by microorganisms ranging from virus, bacteria, fungus, mycoplasma. Okay, so the second statement is wrong. The answer is one only, A. Let's move on to next question, 58. Consider the following statements. Hidana is a sweet dish sourced from Bardhaman, West Bengal that had received GI tag. Second one, Sitabok is a dish from Bardoli, Gujarat with GI tag. Yeah, this is also related with current info. I hope you might have read about Hidana. I think this question came up because there was export of Hidana to Bahrain recently. Okay, so I think in that context these questions came. I hope, yeah, you are very familiar with GI tag. So GI tag, as you know, that it is mostly for its geographical origin. Okay, so that is a sign for denoting the geographical origin, the qualities it possesses, or the reputation it has, mainly due to the geographical location. And you also have to understand that it is different from other kind of property rights or trademarks. This is not related with individual. Okay, it is related with the community. So it is related with the community in a defined geography. This trademark or this sign is actually representing the community rather than an individual. Okay, anyways, first statement, yes, it is correct. It is a sweet dish. It is from Bardhaman, West Bengal. As I said, that was in news related with its export to Bahrain. The second statement, Sitabog, that is also from the same place. Okay, so in that manner the second statement is wrong. Okay, so the answer is one only, that is A. Next question, with reference to nutrient based subsidy, consider the following statements. Two statements. Under the scheme, a fixed amount of subsidy decided on an annual basis is provided on each grade of subsidized phosphatic and potassic fertilizers including urea based on the nutrient content present in them. Second one, currently potash derived from molasses is included under the NBS scheme. So you have to see which of them are correct. So I hope the first statement may be relatively easier because nutrient based subsidy, you all may be familiar with, or you all may be knowing what this scheme or nutrient based subsidy is. Okay, so if you check on the first statement, it is actually telling you what it is. Under the scheme, a fixed amount of subsidy decided on an annual basis is provided for P&K fertilizers. Okay, for different grades of P&K fertilizers, it is provided according to the nutrient present on them. But there is one thing you have to note here, it is saying that it is also for urea, it is including urea. But those who know nutrient based subsidy well, you can say that one of the highlight of this subsidy is that urea is excluded. Okay, so in that manner first statement is wrong. The second statement, if you are aware of the current developments related with this scheme, then you will rightly know that potash is also potash derived from molasses are also included under this scheme. Okay, so statement 2 is correct, answer is 2 only, that is B. Next question, it is related with park based scheme. Two statements, it is aimed at shifting the fishermen away from bottom trawling. Yeah, three statements are there. Second statement, the project helps fishermen in the Palk Straits who are not exposed to deep sea fishing to venture deep into the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and other deep sea areas to look for fish like tuna that are in high demand. Third one, it will also bring an end to issues between Sri Lanka and India as such disputes arise mostly in the Palk Straits region. though it is a scheme, factual understanding is required, but I would say even if we know the geographical location of the Spalk Bay or this Spalk Strait, you may be able to make it out some of these statements. So where is Spalk Strait or Spalk Bay? Spalk Bay, you may know that it is connecting the southeast coast of India and Sri Lanka, that is Tamil Nadu, this Spalk Strait and Spalk Bay. So if you know that, see, this scheme was launched in 2017 and it is mostly aimed for fishermen in Tamil Nadu. Okay, this aims to replace all trolling. That means it aims to replace all trawler boats and it tries to replace it with deep sea fishing boats. So this scheme aims to come up with more than 2000 deep sea fishing boats for the fishermen in Tamil Nadu. So it was, as the first statement says, it is to shift the fishermen away from this bottom trawling. So what is this bottom trawling? Bottom trawling can be understood as an environmental destructive practice, because the fishermen trying to put this weight net across the deep sea floor, causing environmental harms to the aquatic organisms at large. So that is why government was trying to replace it. So if you know about this, yeah, the third statement is also obviously correct. It also tries to bring an end to issues between India and Sri Lanka related with those region. Okay, so what is the answer? All three statements are correct, that is D. Let us see a question related with polity. Consider the following statements. Article 155 of the Constitution is related to the process by which the governor is nominated by the President on the advice of the Council of Ministers. The Punji Commission, second statement, the Punji Commission and the Sarkaria Commission had made recommendation on governor's tenure. Okay. So this question has actually, I hope you can resonate this question, because mostly there were many controversies regarding with the governor's powers. Okay, so most of the states recently had some issues with that, with the legislative and the governor, the elected members and the governors. There were some tug of wars in many states. So I think that is why this article was focused, Article 155. Yes, if you know Article 155, yes, it is related with how governor is nominated by the President on advice of the Council of Ministers. Okay, so that is correct. So if you have gone through the Constitution, different articles, and if you know the making of such articles, or what is the rationale or logic behind each of such articles, especially this article, you may know that, see, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar has actually opined that instead of a powerful government, our country needs or requires a duty bound governor, and that is why this article was inserted. Okay, about those two commissions, this Punji Commission and Sarkaria Commission, yes, that is right. Both the commissions were concerned about, different practices. Sometimes it was seen that when there was a change in government at the center, different governors were called back. So these both commissions has recommended for security of governor's tenure. So we can say that the second statement is also correct. Next question. In the context of Article 21 of the Constitution, which of the following is or are inherent in it? Article 21. Okay. First one, right to environment. Second one, free of danger of disease and infection. Third one, freedom to use sound amplifiers. So you have to find out which of these are correct or inherent in Article 21. So all of you may be very familiar with Article 21. So, but it is not directly about Article 21. You have to understand what is inherent in that. Okay. So this Article 21 has received liberal interpretation from time to time. So from that we can understand, as you know, that Article 21 guarantees fundamental right to life. So it implies from years different cases has come up with and with different interpretations. The right to environment is obviously there, it is inherent there. So I think the first statement may be mostly clear for you. The second statement, free of danger of disease and infection. Yeah, you may have a little doubt about that, but it is also included that under this Article 21, it's implied there. Then third one, freedom to use sound amplifiers. So this one you have to understand both Article 21 and Article 19. Okay, so if you read Article 19 and Article 21, you will understand that this noise or excessive noise, you actually know that excessive noise, it's like a pollution in the society, and Article 19A and Article 21, while reading that both together you will understand Constitution has guarantees, yes, actually has guarantees right to decent environment and right to live peacefully. Okay, so this one is against to live peacefully, that is a pollution, right, noise pollution. So we can say this one, the third one is wrong, whereas the first two are correct. So the answer is 1 and 2 only, that is B. Okay, let's see the next questions, the next video. Thank you.